Hey everyone, Tin Man here, some gameplay video. Today I'm playing the Argenport Midrange deck that's pretty similar to what won the Invitational a couple weeks ago. A couple of minor edits. This hand's pretty bad, obviously we have way too much power, so we can redraw this. Main changes that I made, we cut out the Crownwatch Trader and put in 2 Impending Dooms, which I think are a little bit better suited for the meta right now that has a lot of torches in it. Obviously the Invitational meta didn't have too many people playing Torch. But a lot of torches are currently running around right now, and a lot of Praxis decks in particular. I think on turn 1 here, we don't really want any more power than this, so we're just going to scout any power to the bottom here. That is a good card to keep on top, though. We've also been running into a lot of like armory type decks on ladder recently, so in that regard, it makes more sense to I up the number of Sabotages and Auric Runehammers to 4 Sabotage, 3 Runehammer, to kind of compensate for the lack of a couple less 4-drops. But other than that, it's pretty similar list to the one that won the Invitational. Looks like Rubian's a mirror match, which is kind of surprising. I actually had not played against, an exact mirror match in quite a while. Or another Argenport deck, I'll say, in quite a while. So it's a little bit of a surprise to see it here today. Looks like he's actually more of on a gunslinger line here. So there's 2 lines of play we can do. We can either Vara's Favor, like attack, and if he blocks, Vara's Favor it. In any case, I want to kill this Rooftop Vigilante this turn. I think it's probably best to just slay it and not worry about losing our guy. It's also use our power most efficiently. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of action. I mean, we really essentially have 4 power in hand. So we really are very flooded right now. That could easily, be fixed by top decking some action, like say a Bloodletter, and also we can, since we're doing this, we can scout potentially, scout a power to the bottom that we wouldn't want. That is a card we do want, though. I'm not really inclined to save the Bloodletter for it, though. We'll have to find another way to pump him up later. Actually, we can just Warcry onto it, right? Never mind. It's even better, right? Because we haven't Warcried yet this turn, so we'll Warcry onto that guy. He'll now get his effect. We won't play him till turn 6 because we're going to play, just run out Tavrod on 5. See if he has an answer. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe we should consider that since he's stuck on power, that means he has 5 real cards in hand. Likely one of them is a Slay. I feel like that's a fairly likely possibility. In which case, I think I'd rather get this Interrogator just out there and bait the first removal spell. Yeah, let's do that. I don't have a great way to spend my other power, but I'll still just play a Shadow Sigil just for kicks here. I still think it's fine to actually make this attack, since this guy in theory is a good blocker for his guys. If he's just threatening to, oh, he's not even trading, yeah. So he doesn't have a removal spell, so I guess it makes more. I should have played Tavrod, obviously, if I knew his hand, but I did not. But now we can just play out the Tavrod with no fear, really. Since we are a touch low on life, if he just decides to, if he has a removal spell and Alpha Strikes, we actually are in some trouble. So I want to hold back one guy. I think I'd rather hold back the unit with Aegis, even though I do, I potentially don't get the Warcry off. Let me think here for a second. I want to play a Tavrod. I want to play a power. I don't want to attack with both, because then if he removes the Tavrod, I just lose. If he's going to make an attack, or if he's going to have a single removal spell, which is likely to be Slay, it's unlikely he has like double Vanquish or something. He's going to use it on the Tavrod first, and not on the Interrogator. So actually, no, it makes more sense to attack with the Crownwatch Paladin. It pushes through more damage, gets me a Warcry. He lets it go through, that's fine. And then we just play the big Tavrod and pass. And we drew the best possible card, Bloodletter. Sometimes you draw an extra one of those, and that's pretty much game over. I guess we could still lose here to an Inquisitor's Blade, since he did draw an untapped power. Inquisitor's Blade here would still win the game for him. He might be thinking, if he has it, he's only thinking about if we have a 1-cost removal spell, which just doesn't exist. If he just throws the blade on the 5/5 or an Aegis unit even. Oh no, it has to be on the 5/5. Dueling pistols. Interesting. Sure, I'll just jump, I suppose. Yeah, this feels like we're in pretty great shape, right? If we didn't have the Bloodletter, we wouldn't have been. So I just Bloodletter the Tavrod. Get in there with both. Makes the... Well... Or does it make more sense to Bloodletter the Aegis unit? Probably. Because once again, if he has a removal spell for Tavrod, then... You know, he gets me. It does the same amount of damage either way. I guess I'd rather get it on the Aegis unit. I don't think it really matters which one I put it on, though. We got another guy. Ooh, and a weapon. I feel like the weapon is probably the play here. He just loses. Okay, he just concedes. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. I'm thinking, what is there a benefit to playing the Bloodletter on either one? I'm honestly not as experienced with this deck as I really should be. This particular configuration, so I'm not sure. I don't think there's a huge difference. I guess I just defaulted to put it on the Aegis unit, but maybe that's kind of irrelevant. Maybe it should have been on the Tavrod so that because he'll stay back on defense due to endurance, and then that way he can actually profitably block the Crackshot Fugitive, since he would be a 9/11 and he's only attacking as a 7/8 power quick draw. Oh well. This is definitely a redraw. We only have 1 power, don't have any green, so easy one to ship back. This hand's quite a bit better. It has a very nice curve. You know, we go turn 1 Seat into Sabotage, and then turn 2 Crownwatch, turn 3 Unseen Commando. Hopefully you've drawn some more power by then. He's got a pretty nice hand though. So it's got, you know, 2 Torch, Vara's Favor, and Combust. I think I care the most about the single Combust. He can torch this, or maybe I picked the Vara's Favor actually. It has the potential to power screw him, right? This is 4 of his 6 cards. I'm not going to get rid of all of his removal here, but he could profitably use this to ping off an Aegis on a future turn here. I think we'll take the Vara's Favor. He's going to get the torch, so this Unseen Commando is not long for this world anyway. And then on this next Sabotage, we have to hit the Combust so that the Tavrod can live. But we can do that on like turn 3 or 4. So now he doesn't have a good play of just Vara's Favor down the guy, so... I know he has a torch, so I don't really want to run out the Interrogator here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll let him get... He's going to get value on torch, one way or another. I'm just going to get an extra point in with the Commando here. He can torch this right away. It's not that big a deal. He's going to get value out of those torches. And I'm not going to not play something here. Next turn, if we draw power... now we have a decision next turn. If we draw power, then we have to choose which one. If we want to play our 4-drop or play Interrogator plus Sabo. He's stuck. He doesn't have a unit. He's definitely stuck on power. And he just top decked the Diplo Seal for obvious reasons. Because if he didn't just top deck, he would have played it last turn. So he could have gotten extra shadow. I think in any case, I just attack first. I should have played Banner first, in case he, for some reason, decided to double torch it. But I guess if he double torches, I just play Interrogator and don't care about my depleted power. I think I'm fine if he plays a unit and then combusts it to kill the Doom. That'll clear the way for my Tavrod. I won't need to spend the Sabotage on the Combust because I'll have to use it anyway. And I don't want to give him the tempo of just end of turn casting a torch here. We were able to give him tempo on turn 3 because we had no better options. Assembly line. Okay, so now we definitely have to hit the Sabotage. Oh no, he had the torch available, but he didn't sabotage. He didn't, or not the torch rather. He had the Combust available, but he didn't hit the Impending Doom with it. So now we're going to punish him for that. Get the Combust out of his hand. He did draw a second torch. But we'll just take the Combust. He has 2 torches, though. I guess that means I'll just let this Interrogator get hit by a torch so he can't double torch the Doom. Seems fine. Seems pretty good. He doesn't have a clear way to deal with his Tavrod. We just need a power. And he sees the writing on the wall there and packs him in. Nice, moving on up to rank 3. That's actually where I was when I checked last night, but I guess a couple people had jumped over me. But feeling pretty good about this one. Let's see if we can get one more game in here before the end of the video. I don't like these videos to run too terribly long. I guess it's only about 11 minutes right now, so not as long, because our opponents generously conceded once they kind of realized they were dead. Let's redraw this. We've had a lot of redraws because of either 1 or 6 power hands. This hand's not ideal, but going first, it means, you know, if they do play a 2-drop, or like something can hit with Vara's favor, they can be in a lot of trouble. I don't necessarily want Inquisitor's Blade in the dark. There's no guarantee this Unseen Commando lives. And I don't have a 5th power for Tavrod yet, and I don't have a better threat to put it on, so I'm just going to put it to the bottom. If he's playing like a deck that has Torch in it, this guy actually is very vulnerable, especially as our first threat. And we just drew another weapon anyway. I can hold off on this Vara's favor for 1 more turn. I don't have something to play on turn 4. So like the way my curve is going to work out is I'm going to play Unseen Commando on 3, and then on turn 4, if I still don't have anything, I'll have to Vara's favor then. This guy's not terribly threatening, especially because he's a Huru deck of some sort. Huru doesn't have great ways of dealing with Commando. They just play their own flyers and try to block. And the fact that he's Huru makes me think I maybe want to save Vara's favor for a Shelter Wing Rider, if at all possible. Might not be possible. We might have to just do it for power here, because I do want to hit Tavrod on 5, because Huru has a hell of a time trying to deal with that. They really only have Polymorph for him. Dark Veil Agent, that's interesting. So they're very interesting. A Huru Unseen deck. I think that means I want to slay the Dark Veil Agent, because otherwise he could just get out of control and give everything Aegis. So I think I'm just going to slay it right now. We did draw power, thankfully, because Nightfall triggers are great for us here. We got to hold the Vara's favor to ping off another Aegis if he does find one. Hey, that's a big threat. I mean, it's a big threat that can get permafrosted, I suppose. I think if he had one, though, he probably throws the permafrost on the Unseen Commando this turn. So I'm fine to leave it on top. And we can get in, obviously, since Lifesteal helps us to win this race, and it gets in for 3 instead of just 2. Yeah, I think I can rule out him having a permafrost in his 5 cards that he had last turn. He might have just top decked 1 now, and nothing much you can do about that. But I guess it will have a couple turns to find one in the interim here. So there's the Shelter Ring Rider. We could Vara's favorite, but I think it makes a lot more sense to just play the Tavrod. Like I say, Huru generally doesn't have too many great answers to him. Polymorph, I guess Vanquish. Yeah, Vanquish. I hadn't thought about that one for some reason. Maybe, yeah, why did I think of Vanquish? I guess Impending Doom might have been better in this case, but yeah, Impending Doom probably would have been better now that I'm thinking about it a bit more. Oh well. I think we just Vara's favor off the Shelter Wing Rider. Play the Impending Doom. I think it makes sense. Uses our power most efficiently. Plays a threat that can actually attack through the air. In the case that he has another Vanquish, I'm not going to attack this guy just to gain 3 at the expense of potentially losing 4 and giving him a Warcry trigger if he does have another Permafrost or Vanquish. Just ultimates. Interesting. Okay. This could be a little problematic. I mean, I guess I just Bloodletter the Impending Doom and just get in there, right? Or I guess I could Bloodletter the Commando and do it with both. Well, both of this guy's a 9. He only has to chump it. But then I can't attack with Commando. I guess I can Bloodletter play another Commando and then attack with everybody. That makes sense. That makes probably the most sense. Then he's at 10. Getting him for 1,000,000 here. Okay, 14, but he's going to have to chump the 10-10 and double block this guy. That's fine, because I still get to kill his 4-4. And he doesn't even chump, he just takes it. I guess he wants to put this guy, Nostrix this guy. And not the end of the world. I guess Nostrix is annoying. Oh, he did have the Vanquish. Okay. I guess him ultimating there didn't really indicate he didn't have the Vanquish. Yeah, I guess we do need a top deck to get out of this. Well, I mean, we're not out of this. Like, we've got plenty of time, right? We're at 41 life. He doesn't actually have pressure on us. We're kind of at a stalemate, but he has cards in hand, which potentially are high impactful cards, and we don't. So we will need a top deck. This will turn into a top deck fight here pretty quickly. Lita is a very good top deck for him. It's interesting that he killed the Unseen Commando rather than the Auric Interrogator, because if we do draw a weapon, this Interrogator gets out of hand pretty quickly. We just drew another Commando. I'd like to get a Warcry in while I can with Crownwatch Paladin, potentially to Warcry onto another Interrogator, and since it's becoming a 3-2, I can actually profitably attack into the Gothon. Still not in great shape, but like I said, we're still kind of at a stalemate. And I think his top decks are slightly better than ours, but I don't know his exact list. If he is running Nostrix, then it's worse. Then it's worse for us. That's what I'm saying. If he's not running Nostrix, at any point we could draw like a Tavrod or really a weapon. A weapon would be great. Inquisitor's Blade or something on this Interrogator. He's going to kill our flyers, which I understand why. And looks like it might work out for him. I don't know, I might have been... Nah, it does make sense to hit the flyers, right? Because otherwise I could just block this guy forever and gain life. At least this way he can actually put pressure on us. That still leaves the door open to play a weapon on him. He hesitated to just make the obvious stack here for 5. To me that means he might have drawn a card that's relevant, which is bad. I need him to just draw power. Hopefully we just draw an Inquisitor's Blade. It looks like you drew a real card though. Eternal Frost, damn. That's not good. That speeds up his clock quite a bit. Bloodletter helps though. God, that's unfortunate. I kind of want to put it on the Interrogator. Just so I draw an extra card every turn. I think I will. Because otherwise he just like chump blocks and then can attack me back. I think I just need to draw the extra card. Another Bloodletter. Well, that's a pretty good return on investment there. Alright, we'll take our hit. That's alright. We are, like I said, we had plenty of life to play with. We were at 41. We just have double Bloodletters now. I think I just hold with this, because me attacking means he gets to swing him back for 8. This plays right into a removal spell, but I don't think I can beat a removal spell no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nah, screw it. Let's attack. We'll force a chump, and then if he alpha strikes in, then we Bloodletter again next turn, and we can win this race. He'll get some more cries off. Oh, never mind. We just draw a big old Papa Tavrod. Still probably gonna Bloodletter this guy to attack for 8 lifesteal, and then play Tavrod as another ground blocker. Yeah, these like running Bloodletters are gonna be very impactful. Well, actually, we might not even have enough still. This will block a ground guy, and then he takes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. I actually just barely survived this, actually. I survive at 1 here, actually, with this Tavrod play. You might just chump or multi-block it. We're not out of the woods yet. Okay, chumping means I can survive at 4 here. Still don't like our odds. Need to draw a couple removal or something. Or a 4th Bloodletter. I really need another Bloodletter here, yeah. Or... no, we needed a... Oh, a flying weapon doesn't even get us there. Yeah, I don't think we have a way out of this. If that Inquisitor's Blade had Destiny, then he could still just jump block. Alright, I think we lose this one here. We take too much in the air next turn. There's no fast speed removal spells. We didn't draw any more units. Alright, you got it. Alright, so that's some good examples of some gameplay here with this Argenport Midrange deck. I think it's very well positioned in the current meta. Obviously, it was able to win the Invitational a couple weeks back. The exact build is kind of flexible. You know exactly how many Crownwatch traders you want to run. I'm not running any right now, partially because I think a lot of the... Well, I didn't play any here, but a lot of the decks that were popular last time I was playing was a lot of Armory and Praxis Midrange, which is a lot of torches. So that was my logic for switching them out. But hey, still managed to be playing it well in the top 4 Masters. So I hope you enjoyed it.